This is a channel dedicated to Manchester City fans. In it we spread daily news about the club. It's a message for all our fans. Don't take for granted watching Kevin De Bruyne play, said Roberto Martinez on Thursday. For me, he's the most incredible playmaker in world football at this present time. Martinez, the Belgium manager, was speaking after De Bruyne effortlessly scored a technically brilliant goal in their Nations League win over Wales, before adding an assist to his collection in a 2-1 win. His world-class assessment of De Bruyne is far from exaggeration, as the midfielder has been in brilliant form so far this season for Manchester City and now his country. Pep Guardiola has stressed that his main priority from this international break is for all of his players to return injury-free, with De Bruyne probably his biggest worry after previous setbacks. However, the better De Bruyne plays for Belgium, the better it could be for City in the long run, even if they may have to hold their breath for a year to reap the benefits. De Bruyne's contribution against Wales takes him to 9 assists and 2 goals in 11 games for club and country this season. His brilliant solo goal against Bournemouth and his fine strike on Thursday have been complemented by 2 assists in as many Champions League games, plus 6 in the Premier League, as he has quickly developed a devastating partnership with Erling Haaland. He has spoken of the advantages of coming into this season without having played in a summer tournament, giving him some time to completely switch off, whereas last season he was overworked for Belgium at Euro 2020 after a long season with City. He'd literally put his body on the line to try and win the Champions League and European Championship in the space of a few weeks. Now, though, he's showing what he can produce with no injuries holding him back, and it's no surprise he has been named player of the match in both Champions League outings so far. De Bruyne's stock among the wider football world is extremely high, with the upcoming World Cup a chance to prove he is one of the planet's best footballers beyond doubt, on the biggest stage of all. He will compete against the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappé and Karim Benzema as he looks to assert his credentials, with all of those names also set to be in line for the 2023 Ballon d'Or, an award that will be greatly influenced by the World Cup. Benzema is clear favourite to win the 2022 prize after changes were made to the rules of that particular accolade earlier this year. Now, instead of reflecting the best player in a calendar year, the Ballon d'Or will be won by the best player in a season, so the 2022 winner will be the best player for the 2021-22 season, although Benzema would be favourite under the old rules, too. That has given De Bruyne a clean slate from the start of the season, and he has already got off the mark quickly compared to some rivals. If he can keep up his form, especially with the mid-season World Cup, then he will surely be among the favourites to become City's first winner of the prestigious award. Guardiola has warned that the unprecedented nature of a Winter World Cup means nobody knows how players will return from Qatar for the second half of the season, where City will be looking, and expected, to retain the Premier League and finally win the Champions League. To do that, they will need De Bruyne at his best. City know their best chances of winning the trophies they want is for De Bruyne to not be overworked in a season like no other. If City reach 3 finals, Belgium reach the World Cup semi-finals, and De Bruyne plays in every game, he will face another 61 games this season on top of the 11 he's already played, including the friendly at Barcelona. That could be 71 games in 315 days, or 1 every 4 days. Guardiola and City will be keen to minimize the effect on De Bruyne in that regard, even if they know history could await if he helps Belgium do well at the World Cup and City finally tick the Champions League off their list. They would love to have a first City player win the Ballon d'Or, with De Bruyne probably their best chance before Haaland dominates as he is threatening to do. It's a contradiction that has no easy answer. If De Bruyne plays every game, then his chances of winning the trophies and the Ballon d'Or increase, but so does his chances of another injury. If his games are managed, there's less chance of injury, but also less chance of winning those accolades. Maybe the answer has been given by Martinez, just don't take him for granted. De Bruyne's status as an all-time great won't be determined by what happens this season, even if a new trophy or two and a Ballon d'Or would cement it. Until that happens, though, the key might just be to enjoy watching a player at the very top of his game fighting for the biggest titles in the world. What did you think of this news? Subscribe, like, share and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Thanks a lot.